Hey everyone, welcome back to Britt Farms. Well, I got my hay roller in my shop, and it's getting closer to hay season, guys. So on my tractor, first of all, the tractor, I replaced the hydraulic pump, or the power steering pump seal underneath it on the bottom section because it was bad. Then took this whole chunk here out. There was a seal that the suction pipe goes on or goes in, and it was bad. So I had to take this whole chunk off in order to replace that one seal. That was a pain. The other seal was my TA underneath the cab. It went bad. It started leaking real bad. So all in all, 3 different seals on this tractor went bad this winter. Cheap seals. Anyways, the tractor is ready to go to the field. Today what I did on my hay roller was I replaced the tubes in this wheel because it was leaking a little bit. So this tire here has a brand new seal on it, or a tube in it. And this tire over here was one I was having issues with going flat all the time. It did not even have a tube in it. So I put a brand new tube in that. So hopefully I won't have any more issues out of that tire. I need to put a tube in that tire there, but I just hadn't gotten one and hadn't done it yet. And I also repacked the bearings on this wheel. This one sounded dry. So I took it out and checked it. It was good. I just put a big old bulk of grease in that one and this one as well. So both sides has been both bearings has been checked and repacked. I'm going to go through and check the bearings on all the belt rollers on this thing. Also, this belt here, these hooks on this belt for sure need to be replaced. And I've got to go through and check and make sure none of the others on these other belts needs to be redone too. What I'm going to do with this belt is I'm going to take this loose, take a chunk of belt, about a foot belt off here, take this section and put a splice between here so that I can put that at the length that I need it, so it's not too tight or too loose. And I do have a chunk of belt right here to do that with. So that's the other thing that I've got to do to the baler, is to check these those hooks or the fasteners on the belts. Like I said, check the bearings on that. Check the PTO bearings. And I didn't clean it out last year, but it's been in the shed, so all this hay is still dry. It ain't molded or anything like that. So I need to clean all that out and start fresh this year. The other thing too is check the chains, check all the chains and the belts on it, or the drive belts and stuff like that on it. And I'm also going to put a new cable for the manual tie activation in case the monitor or something messes up where it doesn't automatically activate the tie mechanism. So I got to do that too. I kind of goofed up when I raised the tailgate up a little bit, raised it just a tad bit too high in here, and bent that bar on the roof of my shop, and it broke that piece right there. But that's the only damage I did to it. Everything is still sturdy. The shop is still standing, so that's all it is, just bent that up a little bit. I need to make sure it didn't damage anything on top. But I got the hydraulic locked out. I'm going to drop this baler inside the shop here, and then put my tractor in the other shed, lean to where the baler was. And then when I get time, I'm going to come in here, give this thing a good look over, make sure it's all good to go. Then when this is done, I'm going to, unfortunately I cannot put my disc mower in here unless I put it on the front end loader and put it in here with the loader, which, I mean, I could do if I needed to. We'll see. We'll see if I need to do that or not. Because I'll need to change the blades. I can do that outside if I needed to. But yeah, guys, that's what I did on the baler. Is like I said, did the wheels and tires, and tubes and stuff like that on it. I'll show you what I did on the tractor, on other parts of the tractor. I gotta clean my shop. But up inside here is the, you can't see it probably, power steering pump, hydraulic. I take that back, a hydraulic steering pump, because it's a hydraulic driven pump. Anyways, you can see it right there. That bottom section there started leaking, so I had to replace that seal. And inside there is a TA lever, and that started leaking. All in the same day. Plus well, PTO wasn't leaking, but the seal was bad. And when I was driving down the hill, rolling hay or mowing, the PTO would stall out. And I looked it up, and that's what they said happens if it stalls out, is that seal. And sure enough, I pulled it out and the seal is bad. So this thing is ready to go to the field. All it needs is an oil change and a filter change and a fuel filter change. So almost ready. I gotta change this filter. Actually, this change filter's already been changed out. Or has it? Yes, that filter's been changed. Both these filters been changed. I changed these last year. Never mind. Changed those last year. Towards the end of last year. So those should be good. But I do need to change oil in this thing. So that's a little later date. And when I get a little bit more money from a work bonus or something like that, I'll change oil in that. Grease everything on this tractor. So up on top is that access panel. I took it off. The air conditioner wasn't really all that. It was good, but it wasn't great. So I took the access panel off, realized that there was no insulation upper on that panel. So, and I looked it up, and that causes the air to flow not in the cab very well. And also the sun beats down, and that heats the cab up too inside there. So inside the panel, I glued insulation to that and stick it down in there, and that should hopefully cool the cab out better. So that's all that's been going on here with this thing. Got the tractor ready to go except for the oil change. Working on the baler. And then on that mower, all I got to basically do to it is change the blades on it, and then get the Kuhn V-Rake field ready. So pretty much everything's, once I get all that done, should be field ready, or I'll be field ready and waiting for hay to grow. I hope he fertilizes this like he said he's going to this year, because it needs it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to pull this over into there and call it a day. So y'all take care, and I will see y'all in the next video.